Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are so glad to have you with us once again. It is 6 o'clock, and that means it is now time for our English Flash News edition. I'm Daniel Cook, your regular host, 6 days a week at 6 p.m. In today's news, the Democratic Party thinks that the changes to the Electoral Code might break the political agreement that was made between the parties back in December. The MP Oerd Bulukbashi says that the changes confirm that the new territorial division was made with the aim of winning the elections. Even though we are only 5 months away from the local elections, the Democrats are unwavering in their stance. They say that the elections cannot be held with the new territorial division. According to the Democratic Party, in addition to the territorial map, there are other elements that cause them to believe that this majority is setting themselves up to win the elections unfairly. Regarding the Central Election Commission, Bulukbashi says that the filling of 3 vacancies by the majority is a dire situation. According to him, any attempt to change the membership would be a violation of the law and a political attempt to control the key institution that administers the elections. Today, the President of Albania, Bujar Nishani, had a meeting with the new U.S. ambassador to Albania, Mr. Donald Lu. At the meeting, Mr. Lu presented his credentials to the Albanian president, then they shared a warm and friendly conversation together. The president congratulated Ambassador Lu on his new position and wished him success in the start of his term in Albania. He gave assurance of his support in order to intensify the relations in all fields of mutual interest. The president praised the excellent cooperation that exists between the two countries and expressed his gratitude for the great help that the United States has given to Albania in carrying out the reforms and supporting the democratic institutions. After the meeting, Ambassador Lu held his very first press conference as the new U.S. ambassador to Albania. Mr. Lu declared that he has 3 priorities for his work in Albania: supporting the reforms toward Albania's EU membership, Albania's development as a stronger NATO ally, and helping Albania to strengthen its democratic institutions. Touching briefly on the integration priorities, the U.S. ambassador repeated what has already been strongly emphasized by the internationals: the strengthening of the fight against organized crime and corruption. He said, "I congratulate Albania for receiving the candidate status. It is a great achievement. You should continue to fight against organized crime and corruption. The U.S. will cooperate with you in the justice reform. Albania should also become a stronger NATO ally. There are other missions to be accomplished after the NATO forces in Afghanistan are reduced. The Albanian military should prepare for NATO's new missions." The U.S. ambassador mentioned the attack in Paris, saying that it was an attack on democratic values. Lu also conveyed the U.S. concerns about the Albanian fighters involved in the fight in Syria and their return to the country. Next week, the government will begin a new operation to both prevent and punish illegal employment here in Albania. This operation will attempt to solve the $100 million deficit that has been caused by failure to pay Social Security and health insurance for employees. First, Prime Minister Edi Rama calls for all workers to refuse to work under the table. Secondly, he speaks to the employers. Prime Minister Rama says that there will be severe penalties for employers if they do not take care of their workers. Prime Minister Rama presented the new pension plan, which entered into force this month. He said that there are 1,600 institutions and private companies that are putting their employees at risk of not receiving a pension. Rama asked the prosecution to investigate the cases in question. The Minister of Social Welfare and Youth, Erion Valiai, said that today they have started distributing the pensions under the new plan. The plan includes an increase of all pensions without an increase of contributions. People 70 years old and older who have not completed the minimum years of work will now benefit from a social pension. Under the old law, they receive nothing. The Democratic Party is claiming that the new pension plan is just another fraudulent scheme of the current government. According to one Democratic MP, Rama and Valiai are lying about the contributions that have been made. Mr. Shehu made this statement: Rama and Valiai are lying about the contributions. They are trying to spread public panic in order to frighten those who work in the public administration. Their irresponsible statements are damaging the country's image. The worst part is that they are encouraging fiscal evasion, telling people that the state is not paying insurance for its employees. The Democratic MP added that the new pension plan is deepening the social injustice. According to him, economic aid was reduced from 125,000 to only 6,700 new lek, and the new plan increases the pensions for those with higher salaries. The Ministry of Health has said that the testing of the doctors and nurses in Albania will not be done in order to remove them from their office, but simply to assess their medical expertise. In response to all of the speculation since he announced the testing, Minister of Health Ilir Becai has tried to calm down the situation. Speaking from the Faculty of Medicine, Minister Becai said that the testing will be done only to check the doctor's knowledge. He said, "This kind of testing is done in the USA, and it is not done to discharge the health employees. Those who do not follow the rules will of course get what they deserve." Earlier today, the Democratic Party denounced the decision of the Ministry of Health to test the doctors and nurses. The Democratic Party MP Albina Deda said that it is against the law. According to her, Prime Minister Rama should be dealing with the lack of medicines and the lack of heat in hospitals, instead of spending resources on this. We are now in the flu season, and several influenza viruses are circulating around. The doctors are advising people to please be cautious and to take care of your health. Among the viruses that are circulating this year are the H1N1 virus and the H3N2 virus. The doctors say that there have not been any dangerous cases, but it is the time of year to be careful. The doctors recommend that citizens be wary and protect themselves. If you do have a high fever, difficulty breathing, or a sore throat, it is better to go see a doctor rather than using medicines at home. Some flu viruses come with serious complications, and they should not be self-medicated. The doctors recommend that the citizens stay in warm environments. Even though the cold came later this year than in other years, the doctors say that the viruses can be dangerous, and the citizens should be careful. The Albanian State Police are currently celebrating their 102nd anniversary. The director of the State Police, Artan Didi, while speaking at the official ceremony, introduced a new motto for the police department. The motto is, "Together for a safe environment and a qualitative life." Mr. Didi made the following statement in his speech: "We will establish standards of communication, transparency, and accountability for police employees. We will work with great commitment to serving the citizens, to protecting their rights, and upholding their human dignity. We will also provide equal treatment for our police employees, protection and successful careers for them." The police director thanked all those who have given their lives on duty. He also thanked the international partners for their help in modernizing the state police. Giving an overview of the state police during the past year, DT said that there have been many encouraging indicators. He feels that the police department is increasing its effectiveness. While he was here in Tirana, the Vice Prime Minister of Kosovo spoke about their current relations with Serbia. At a forum organized by the Albanian Institute for International Studies, Mr. Taci said that Kosovo has entered into the delicate process of establishing good neighborly relations with Serbia. According to him, this was not easy. It was a difficult process after a period of 100 years of conflict, problems, and Serbian hostility against Kosovo, he said. With the agreement that we reached in Brussels, we made great steps for Kosovo. Taci highlighted the crucial importance of Albania's support for Kosovo in this issue. Supporting the young opera singers is one of the primary priorities of the National Theatre of Ballet and Opera for the year of 2015. Promoting and supporting the young singers is very important to the theatre because in this way they have the opportunity to build a career in the Albanian scene. The Theatre of Opera and Ballet is going to hold a gala opera in which Albania's young singers will play all of the main roles. Marina Kurti, who will participate in the concert, is a student at the Academy of Arts. She says that building a career in Albania is difficult, but she hopes that her talent will allow her to succeed. Marina was selected through an audition process that gave many singers an equal opportunity to show their abilities. The gala will be shown on January 15th at 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news we have for this evening. Thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more translated news in English. Thank you and good night.